Hi YouTube, it's Lena, and I'm here today with two Boxycharms. I initially did film my February box and January review, but my footage got messed up. And by the time I realized that, my Luxe box for March was almost here, so I just decided to wait. So we are here with both this giant Luxe box, which I got this color of box for some reason. And I will be showing you my February box as well, plus January's review. So, let's get started with the January review real quick. I got my notebook right here with everything that I had. First is the Violet Voss palette, the Olive You Forever. So, I did a look with the olive shades in particular. So, like, it was Olive Me all over the lid, Olive Glow in the outer V and on my lower lash line, Wistful in my crease, and a little bit of Olive You in my inner corner. I will insert a picture of that here. Now, I did have another look I was wearing the day I filmed this video, so I didn't take a picture of it, but what can you do? I had Lovebird all over the lid, Juicy in the outer V. I think I had Infatuated over here in my crease and Major Spotlight in my inner corner. But it's a very pretty palette. I said this last time, I wish one of these mattes was an olive matte shade, but other than that, I really like the palette. I like Violet Voss shades, so I knew I was basically guaranteed to like it. My choice for January was actually this AVON micellar water. It's a really expensive micellar water, so I would probably never purchase it at its full price, but you know what? It smells really good and it removes makeup, so I am not mad to have it. Like, that is my one complaint about AVON, not makeup, but AVON skincare. I guess their makeup too, what little they do have, because they do have a primer, is that I don't understand why they're so highly priced. Like, this is, if you cut it in half, I would occasionally pick up some of their stuff as like a treat, because I tend to like most of their products. I didn't like their sleeping mask because I hated the smell of it, but like this, or maybe their primer or something like that could be like a treat product that I would pick up every once in a blue moon. But a $90 micellar water, that's just out of my league, y'all. Now, there were two things I ended up not keeping. One of them was the Queen Studio Liner Duo. It was just a liquid and pencil liner, both in black. I have many of those, so I just decided not to keep it. And another thing that I eventually decided to not keep, but it's actually since been swapped away. I still have the Queen Studio in my stuff, but the Seraphine Lip Mask, I don't remember the exact name of it, but it was like the apple one. I have a very similar one that I got from Ipsy like the month before, so I was already kind of on keeping it, and then I just never opened it that month, and I figured, you know what? If I haven't even had the urge to reach for it all month, I could just swap it away, and it actually got snatched up pretty quickly. So that is January. Let's go into February. I don't have my box anymore. I don't even have the packaging for most of the stuff anymore. Like I said, I already filmed this. Thought it was in the can, and it was not. So first off, the product that I'm inevitably not keeping for the month is the Trustee, what is this exactly called? The Eye Duo Good Vibes Mascara and Eye Pencil. This mascara in and of itself is not bad, but it's nothing amazing. And it has, I'm sure you're probably familiar with it if you get boxes, it has an eyelash curler on the end of it. I don't use eyelash curlers. I tend to pinch myself with them, honestly. I know they would make my eyes look a little bit more open, and I don't want to say I need that. My eye shape is perfectly fine the way it is, but it is on the smaller side. So I know that would open them up a little bit more, which would be great and all, but I'm just lazy. And especially exactly what I mentioned before with the Queen Studio Duo, I just don't need any more black liners. I have many of them, the majority of them from boxes. So back into the swap box you go, no, swap drawer, I should say. Here's the Queen Studio Duo. So next we have the Evio Beauty Pore Primer. Now, I have not tried this yet. One of these I have tried since I filmed that last video, so I could actually give you at least a general view about it. But I did, like, you know, not pour some out, but I took some out and played with it a little bit last time, just like I'm doing here. And it's a very lotion-y pore filler. It reminds me a lot of the Ordinary's pore filler primer. I'm actually trying to use that up right now. Now, I haven't, like I said, I haven't used this yet, so I don't know if it works the same, and the Ordinary is admittedly quite a bit cheaper, but just worth mentioning. I thought that they were very similar. I haven't heard of that brand, like not off the top of my head anyway, so I don't know anything about them other than I checked to see that they were cruelty-free, like I do with everything in my boxes when I get them or before I get them in Ipsy's case. Next is the Glamiere brush set. Now this came in like this little plastic pink pouch that initially I had said looked like something you'd get out of, I don't know if I said it was like Claire's or something that if you're like my age back in the 90s, it looked like something that you would get out of an arcade as a prize. When you turned in like 1,000 tickets, you would get like this cheap little plastic purse and it was supposed to be worth it. So I actually threw that bag out somewhere. I don't even know what I did with it. I might have thrown it away, or I might have just set it somewhere to throw away or give away. However, I'm all about having eye brushes, and they're nice and soft. They have like the little glitter on the inside, the little hearts. I'm sure they were to be reminiscent of Valentine's Day. Super cutesy isn't really my aesthetic, but I don't mind it either, so I'm fine with it. As long as they work, I don't really care what they look like. Like I saw in the premium box this month, some people got these bright ass orange brushes that I was like, those are hideous. But you know what? If they worked, I would keep them. I heard bad reviews about them too, so that's neither... The fact that they don't work is neither here nor there. I'm just more saying I don't care what they look like anyway. But I think I said something like that. I think they should have just like not included the pouch and shaved off like $5. Next is the Tulip Skincare So Poreless Deep Exfoliating Blackhead Scrub. This I have used a couple of times because I just threw it in my bathtub as soon as I got it. Well, not as soon as I got it, but when I filmed the other video. And I just decided to go ahead and use it even though I hadn't had an official video yet. But it's nice. It's a little more gel thick than I like my scrubs normally, but it works. It's got like the right amount of scrub. Maybe the gel keeps it from being too abrasive. That might be why it's like that. I don't know. And finally, for February, I have the Ace Beauty, I don't know how to say it, Nostalgia palette. This was actually my choice item. And I haven't used it yet, but these are really pretty eyeshadows. And I will swatch, honestly, probably the same ones that I swatched last time. Yeah, these are the same ones I swatched last time because I can see my finger marks in them. But we have this matte green in Theme Park right here. We have a matte purple in Carnival, which if you can get a matte purple to even be halfway decent, I'm impressed, because purple is one of those pain in the ass shadows to formulate. We have a pink shimmer in Heat, and that is stunning. And a pink matte in Picnic. So I've seen smoother mattes out there, I will say. I'm trying to get a white, but it's like trying to fall off my desk at the same time. So these are good mattes. These are not necessarily, you know, over the top moon, like Natasha Denona, soft ass, better than butter mattes, I will say. But they are really good, and like I said, to get this color payoff in them, I think is really impressive. And they will blend with an eyeshadow brush. So I do think their eyeshadows are worth the price that they charge. Especially, how much is this palette? $38 for 15 eyeshadows. That's really not that bad. So, oh, I did forget one thing in my January box. I had the Pharmacy Daily Greens oil-free gel moisturizer. So my bad right there. I do really like it. I figured I would like it. I love the smell of their products. I love a good gel moisturizer because I have oily ass skin. I actually wanted to try this brand so much that that month, as an add-on, I bought the toner because we were either going to get the moisturizer or the toner. So I got the moisturizer and I bought the toner, although I didn't know I was getting the moisturizer at the time. We had to order, my box did not even ship until after I made my, what's it called? Add-on order. So I was taking a little bit of a gamble there, but I'd have been fine with 2 toners too, but I'm glad I got the moisturizer, you know? I did make a couple of add-on purchases in February. I got the Farsali Rose Gold Skin Mist. I've tried to swap for this a few times, but nobody ever wants to swap for it. It does smell a little weird. Yeah, it smells a little bit almost fishy. Like, I don't get the smell. I haven't used it yet, so I don't know if like it works great or what, but that smell is not cute. And I looked this up. This is an $18 product, like on Sephora's website. It is the Milk Makeup Green Tea Toner. Like, you know how they do all their stuff in a stick, and this is a toner in a stick, which is interesting and great and all. But this mini, which is 0.22 ounces, is $18. Now I know these sticks last longer than you think they're going to. I used up a serum before. I thought my dog was limping for a second. It sounded like he was walking weird, but no, he's just waddling because he waddles. But yeah, this looks like so little product to get for $18. I just dropped it on the floor. I paid like $6 for it, so I didn't pay that much. Now, talked about February. Let's talk about March's Luxe box, shall we? I think I actually got a good, what's it called? Variation. That's the word I'm looking for. Now, one of the products that went out to everybody is a palette that I am admittedly not interested in, and I'll show you why in a second. But as far as my variant products are concerned, I think they're pretty good. And I like my choice items. So overall, I think this is a really good box. I just didn't care for the palette they picked out this month. So got our card on top. So let me dig out my choice products first. First, I have the Fenty Beauty Foundation. Now, I'm kicking myself because they had a primer for that month, for March, that I could pick as well. It was a pure mattifying primer. And I know I don't need any more primers. You guys have probably seen my collection series, of which I will be filming cheek products this week. I'm behind on that, but it's coming, I promise. So, even though I need them like I need a hole in the head, I really like them, and especially if it's anything matte, it interests me. So I was like, you know what? They have my shade in this, and I do like this foundation. It's something that I know that I can wear. Let me pick this as my choice product and let me get that as an add-on. Well, by the time I got to add-ons, it was sold out. I was so mad, but they still had my shade in this foundation. So, rant there, and I still haven't been able to get that damn primer. Like, add-ons for this month, like, because I'm filming this on March 15th. Today was our choice product day and to shop add-ons. And it wasn't there this month, period, so I was mad. But this is the foundation. I'm hella pale. This is the shade 105, which is my best guess to my foundation shade in this line. So, I've used this before. I actually have a review on my channel of this foundation where I was like, it's good. I'm glad that they kind of pushed the boundaries of what's acceptable as a foundation range. That is amazing. I don't think it's worth, how much is this? $36. I don't love it enough for it to be worth $36 to me. But it's something that, like, if it was like, if I could get like a good discount on it, I would have picked it up. And honestly, let's see, if I could get it for like $20, I would probably still have picked it up, because let's be honest, drugstore foundation prices these days are pretty close to $20, but especially since it was not free, but it's part of my box, I decided to pick it because I know it works for me. The other product that I chose is kind of a random one. It was the lowest value by far in that category because the other two products were just stuff I wouldn't use. And you can't always think about value in those categories. Sometimes you just got to go with, hey, this is the one I'm going to use, so I'm not going to worry about it. The other two were a heat up hairbrush that helps straighten your hair, and I have one and I never use it. And those like cold massage globes that you could use to put like serums and stuff on your face. And that's such a cool concept. I will never remember to get them out of the fridge or never remember to put them in the fridge after I one time remember to use them like that. So just knowing myself, I decided not to get those. I instead got the G by Gennaro makeup holder because I have so many brushes from boxes. I can't remember the last time I legitimately bought a brush. It's really loud. That, you know, I can always use some more holders. Now, this is a little chintzy, but I just don't care. Nobody's gonna see it but me. And I don't have like a decor in my room that this would clash with at all. And B, if it really bothered me, I could paint it. So they have separate labels for like face, eyes, lips. I could fill this with eye brushes and still need room for more. So something useful to have. Now, as for everything else, like I said, there were two things that everybody got. One of them is this palette that I'm not into. It is the Evio Beauty Presents Barbarella palette. Now, I don't want to open it because I'm going to swap it or possibly sell it. Just depends on what happens. But I will insert a picture of the colors here. With the exception of a pop of blue, which wasn't there like a summer a year or two ago, probably more like 2 years ago now, where every palette was super neutral with a pop of blue. Well, this is bringing that trend back. And I'm just like, you know what? No, the blue is pretty. I have a million of those blues. I'm not going to keep this. So it is up on my subscription addiction swap site. And like I said, it's just that I have so many palettes at this point, and I do not mind having a lot of palettes. It's just that, you know, unless it's a color story that wows me, like the Ace Beauty color story I think is gorgeous, I see no reason to necessarily keep a palette just because it came in a box. So we will set that over there for right now because my swap box is actually full. And the other thing that I got, which apparently is like a newer product, this is the Glow Recipe Plum Hyaluronic Serum. So it does smell like plums. I've already smelled it. And that's just like an ongoing obsession with me that if you've been following these videos for a while, you would probably know, is that if you tell me that a piece of skincare or something smells like a fruit, it needs to actually smell like it or I'm going to get mad at you. So it's very cute packaging. Like it's actually like shaped like a little plum. So even though hydration is not the thing on the top of my list because I already have oily skin, I'm very excited to try this. Glow Recipe is another one of those brands that I've gotten to really like their products. I don't run across bad products from them very often. So anytime I get to try something of theirs, even if it's not targeted towards my skin at all, I want to try it. Next is something that was in like the variations that I was really hoping to get because I like most of what I tried from this brand and lip liners in general. It is the Dominique Cosmetics. Does this have a specific name? Because I can't read anything on here. Creamy Fill and Define Lip Liner. There we go. It is in the shade Crush. Now, I will admit, these are, if I was picking out a color for myself, this is probably not the color I would pick. It's not so brown that I won't wear it. Like there's enough pink in it that I will wear it, but it's a little more brown than something I would pick for myself, you know? However, like I said, it's got enough pink in there that I can wear it. It's just, you know, a nude shade that will go with most things. I'm happy to play with it. I can't get this opened, so I can't talk about the smell of it or anything. It is the Rose Quartz hair mask. Is the brand Rose Quartz? Yes, Rose plus Quartz hair mask. Now, my hands are fried. I need to trim my hair. So a mask is not going to fix that. But anything that will make my hair look a little more healthy, I am down to try. I do like the scent of rose. Like, there is a level of rose that I can no longer take, though. Like, it has to be more subtle than potent. So we'll see about that once I can get the damn thing open. But a full-size hair mask, that's really nice to get in a box. You don't see full-size hair masks pop up too often. Now this is the one that I want to see a review on it before I open it. And I'm mildly annoyed that my label on this is crooked. Like, if I bought this from the company, I'd be pissed. But it is the On Skincare 24 karat gold lip plumping mask. This is $42 and they couldn't put my label on straight. I know I'm being a bitch about it, but it's those little things where if I'm paying $42 for this little tub, please get them right. But it's just a mask that will, let's see, is this one, it doesn't have any instructions on here as far as I can read. Oh no, wait, it does. Leave on for 3 to 5 minutes and wash off. Okay, a tingling sensation is normal. So maybe that's something more I'm supposed to try like during the day. Especially if it leaves like some shimmer behind or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. And finally, I'm happy I got this because I know I will use it, but I'll mention why I'm kind of side-eyeing it. It is the KVD Vegan Beauty Foundation Brush, except mine freaking says Kat Von D still on it. And that was the whole thing about the whole rebrand and her leaving the company, was that her name was supposed to be taken off all the damn products. Now I know that all of these products, all of her products on like the brand's website, on Ulta, on Sephora, they're all like super discounted. They're trying to get rid of them. And I think that is because, and it's something that I've kind of heard in the background of like different posts and whatnot online, is that they're going to like do a complete rehaul of what these look like. Like, I think they're going to move away from the gothic aesthetic because she did design everything. Like, she designed this logo, she designed all of the packaging. It was her brand, and she's a tattoo artist, so of course she designed everything. That's kind of what she does. So I'm not surprised that even though they bought her out, they kind of want to move away from her aesthetic. But that's still, it just kind of bugs me that, you know, they said that she's no longer a part of the brand, but her name is still on all the crap. Getting past that, and getting past the fact that they claim that this is full price when you don't have to pay full price for this anywhere. That aside, I've actually been wanting this brush for a really long time. I've wanted it ever since it came out, but I never bought it at the time. And then I stopped purchasing from her. So this is a brush that I've wanted for a really long time, and I'm very happy to have it. But don't be surprised if I paint over this. So that, along with a ginormous rant, is it. Thank you guys for tuning in and for listening to me go slightly insane over stuff that really doesn't matter in the long run. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later. Bye!